First, the top headlines. 3 arrested in Rs 4 crore fake ministerial post scam brought to Imphal from Delhi this morning. New Immigration and Foreigners Bill introduced in Parliament. If you want peace in Manipur, listen to its people, Gaurav Gogoi slams PM Modi. Finance Minister Sitaraman tables Manipur budget capped at Rs 35,104 crores expenditure. One-day skin health camp cum leprosy awareness program held today at Takyal Ideal Blind School. Manipur police rescue 2 minor girls, arrest militants for recruitment. Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to ELITETV. You're watching Primetime English News. I'm Jongtam Amrita and these are the news in details. 3 persons alleged to have been involved in the hoax calls offering ministerial posts to several MLAs of the state amidst the political unrest in the strife-torn Manipur, offering Rs 4 crores deal, have been arrested from the national capital and have been brought to Imphal early this morning. The callers purportedly identified themselves to be son of Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The arrested persons have been booked under Sections 318 Clause 4 and Section 319 Clause 2 of the BNS. Further details are awaited. With an aim to enhance national security, the government on Tuesday introduced the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025 in Parliament. While introducing the bill, Minister of State Home Affairs Nityananda Rai said, "We are not bringing this law to stop anyone from coming to India." The new bill puts the onus on educational and medical institutions, including hospitals and universities, as well as owners of private residences, to inform the authorities about foreigners staying in their facility. Rai clarified that this provision is currently also available in the system, but through an order and now being included in the Act. The new law obligates the carriers such as airlines and vessels to remove a passenger denied entry by the immigration officer and provide passenger and crew data to the authorities in advance. It carries a provision of up to Rs 5 lakh in fine for violating carriers. The proposed legislation seeks to abolish 4 existing laws: the Passport Entry into India Act 1920, the Registration of Foreigners Act 1939 and the Foreigners Act 1946, and the Immigration Carriers Liability Act 2000, which currently govern various aspects related to foreigners in India and define the powers of immigration authorities. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman tabled in the Lok Sabha the Manipur budget for 2025-26, envisaging an expenditure of Rs 35,103.90 crore, up from Rs 32,656.81 crores in the current financial year. The state is currently under the President's rule. Consequent to the proclamation issued under Article 356 of the Constitution on the 30th of February 2025, the powers of the legislature of the state of Manipur are exercisable by or under the authority of Parliament, Sitaraman said while tabling the Manipur budget 2025-26. The total receipts have been pegged at Rs 35,368.19 crore, up from Rs 32,471.90 crores in 2024-25. According to documents, the capital outlay has been increased by 19% to Rs 77,773 crore over the current financial year ending March 2025. The Manipur's budget provides over Rs 2,000 crores under special assistance to states for capital investment, which is the SASCI, and Rs 9,520 crores for social sector outlay. For relief and rehabilitation of internally displaced persons, Rs 15 crore has been provided for temporary shelter to them. Rs 35 crore towards housing for displaced people, Rs 100 crore for relief operation, and Rs 7 crores for compensation. A one-day skin health camp cum leprosy awareness program being organized by National Leprosy Eradication Program, National Health Mission Manipur, and Department of Social Welfare, Government of Manipur, has been held today, the 11th of March 2025, at Takil Ideal Blind School. The event was attended by Social Welfare Department Joint Director Jiteshwar Kaisham, National Eradication Program Manipur State Leprosy Officer Dr. Salam Bocha Singh, National Eradication Program Manipur District Leprosy Officer Kakching, Dr. Yankom Jotsna, Ideal Blind School Headmistress Mangibala Huirem, and DMS Headmistress and Kalpana Devi. Speaking during the event, Social Welfare Department Extension Officer L. Bobo Singh expressed that the camp is being held to provide greater awareness to the students and teachers of the blind school and also to provide them the facilities for treatment of leprosy and other related skin ailments.
March tang taramathoi English and Manipuri Government Ideal Blind School State State Leprosy Officer amasung Social Welfare Department anina kusamnaduna one day awareness program on leprosy aduga loina na skin consultation skin health camp haitare adugumba ama mafum asita ngasi pangthok sabani ngasi pangthok sabagi maramdi ngasagi leprosy gi maramda laiba staff sing oja sing adagi satra sing punamakta su khangminana loina na state leprosy officer gi staff sing na skin gi health camp amasu pangthok piba adugi thorom ni ngasi pangthok charibasi aduna ngasi thorom asi dai sista school asida laibiriba satra sing residential special school ani sida laibiriba satra sing amasung oja sing gi skin gi lying amasung makoida hidak lem na pibagi thorom madu so pangthok chagdoribani.
Manipur police rescued 2 minor girls from Kakching and Taubal districts, preventing their recruitment into a banned militant outfit. 2 active cadres of the Revolutionary People's Front, People's Liberation Army, identified as Moirangtem Roman Singh, 23 years, and Nongmaitem Mohendra Singh, 54 years, were arrested in Kakching Bazaar. A scooter and 2 mobile phones were recovered from their possession. The minors were later presented before the chairperson of the Child Welfare Committee, Taubal, for further legal procedures. This operation was part of a series of successful crackdowns on militant activities across Manipur. On March 10, security forces arrested 2 active cadres of Kanglei Yawul Kanbalup KYKL from Wangu Sabal, Bishnupur district. The individuals, Pukrambam Bimol Singh, 39 years, and Athopam Surchandra Singh, 42 years, were found in possession of mobile phones and Aadhaar cards. In another raid the same day, an active member of the United People's Party of Kangleipak, UPPK, Ningom Bonbon Singh, 45 years, was apprehended from Kaira Wangkem, Ngarian Jingkong in Imphal East District. He was allegedly involved in extortion from the public, private businesses, and government officials, as well as arms trafficking. Security forces seized pistols and live ammunition from him. And now let's take a short break and we will return with more news updates. Stay tuned.
Hello kids, hello kids. Hello kids, hello kids. Hello kids, hello kids. Hello kids, hello kids. Very nice, beautiful, colorful, colorful. Rosy, rosy, cozy, cozy, wonderful, wonderful.
amawin macha adugi makol khuding khangba ngamli adubu angang adugi sor honba asina kari hairibano haibadu khangba ngamdri iche munna yengbiu subaina sor kana honbase pneumonia orambase thengtha biroidabane manak nakpa health center gi doctor amaga tanabigadabane India da chai khudingi 1.5 lakhs muki angang singna hairiba laina asigi khayata tari
Doctor kashu tawroidabra
kashu tawroida thengtharam labadi aru phem or ko yai lumna thambiyu maphijaw thambigan yai makhai gas stop senabiyu maikudagi lap thopiyu lok toina khoba sor thuna honba thabaki makha wairap subsanba fever tawrobadi pneumonia ga mari lene pneumonia dagi akoi punna ngak thominarse
Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anau ba contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur ihan han bo oina wedding set laibi ba matamda 24 carat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre booking to biduna khudong jaba silobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina ba idamakta sangai product laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro.
Welcome back after the short break, and now let's continue with more news updates. The Kuki Women Organization for Human Rights, which is the KWOHR Southern Hills, condemned the alleged crackdown of security forces against unarmed Kuki Zo women protesting in Gangpokpi district on International Women's Day. The organization decried the dispersal of demonstrators at Gamgifai and Kaithelmanbi military colony, where security personnel allegedly lathi-charged and fired rubber bullets against protesters opposing the government's decision to forcibly open roads in the conflict-ridden region. More than 70 women were injured, 31 of them seriously, as per sources. The situation took a tragic turn when 30-year-old protester Lalgothang Singsit died during the clash. According to KWOHR, the women were protesting against the continued persecution of their community, citing incidents of rape, torture, and violence over the past 22 months. The protest also sought to challenge what they claim is an unilateral decision by the governor and the home minister to open the roads, disregarding the safety and concerns of the Kuki Zo people. The KWOHR accused security forces of disproportionately targeting Kuki Zo civilians while ignoring the plight of their community, which has been isolated from essential services such as hospitals, airports, and educational institutions since the ethnic conflict erupted on May 3, 2023. The late-night negotiations between Kuki Zo leaders and the Deputy Commissioner of Gangpokpi has failed to yield a resolution, further escalating tensions over the death of a protester identified as Lalgothang Singsit during the Free Movement Initiative on March 8. The talks led by the Kuki Zo Council and the Committee on Tribal Unity collapsed as the leaders remained unwavering on two primary demands, which is the immediate revocation of the Union Home Minister's directive on the Free Movement Initiative, judicial inquiry, and immediate transfer of Gangpokpi's Superintendent of Police. With the authorities refusing to meet these demands, the Kuki Zo leadership reaffirmed its decision to continue the indefinite shutdown across all Kuki Zo-dominated regions, further intensifying the crisis. Even before negotiations concluded, a fake press release falsely claiming that the shutdown had been lifted began circulating on social media, bearing the KZC letterhead. The Kuki Zo Council was forced to issue a clarification to counter the misinformation, urging the public to rely only on official statements. Meanwhile, the mortal remains of Lalgothang Singsit remain unclaimed at the Gangpokpi District Hospital morgue. Since March 8, Kuki Zo women have been gathering at the hospital in shifts, mourning his death and standing in solidarity with his bereaved family. Expressing anguish at a condolence gathering, a grieving woman from the community lamented the continued delay in justice, while KOTU spokesperson Angel Lun Kipjen reiterated the committee's charter of demands, warning that failure to act would result in heightened agitation. Amid the prevailing tense situation, Paulentang, another victim of the March 8 violence, has been transferred in critical condition to a higher medical facility in Nagaland 2 days after the clash at Kangpokpi amidst Free Movement Directive by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. With no resolution in sight, the Kuki-Zo leadership has reaffirmed its commitment to resistance, declaring that the shutdown will persist until justice is served. Congress Deputy Leader in Lok Sabha, Gaurav Gogoi, criticized the central government on March 11 for failing to restore peace in Manipur, urging Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit the conflict-affected state. During a parliamentary discussion on supplementary demands for grants and the Manipur budget, Gogoi emphasized that military force alone cannot resolve the crisis. If you want peace in Manipur, let the people of Manipur speak. If you want peace in Manipur, have patience to listen to the people of Manipur. What are their political aspirations? What are their apprehensions and fears? You should have the strength to listen to it, Gogoi said. The Congress leader questioned why the Manipur budget was being discussed in Parliament rather than the State Assembly and asked about the rationale behind President's rule in the state. What is the state of Vidhan Sabha in the state? Is it dissolved or is it suspended animation? He asked. BJP members, including Nishikant Dubey, objected to Gogoi's extensive references to the Manipur situation, arguing he should focus on the financial matters under discussion. Tensions escalated when Gogoi mentioned Home Minister Amit Shah's unfulfilled promise to return to Manipur after his 2023 visit and noted Modi's absence from the House during important discussions. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman objected to these remarks while Speaker Om Birla informed that Modi had notified him about his foreign travel. The exchange grew heated when Sitharaman demanded the opposition acknowledge they had abused the Prime Minister, prompting Gogoi to counter that Modi himself had abused former Prime Ministers in his speech in Parliament last month. The Lok Sabha is set to debate the imposition of President's rule in Manipur, dedicating an hour-long discussion to the statutory resolution seeking its approval. The decision was made during a meeting of the Business Advisory Committee, which is the BAC, on Monday, March 10, chaired by Speaker Om Birla. Amid political tensions surrounding the situation in Manipur, the scheduled debate will be crucial in determining the parliamentary stance on the issue. The northeastern state has been facing prolonged instability, making this discussion a key moment in the ongoing crisis. Further, the BAC decided to cancel the Lok Sabha session on March 13 due to Holi celebrations. To compensate for the missed sitting, the committee recommended holding a session on Saturday, which is March 29th. This adjustment ensures that legislative proceedings remain on track despite the festival break. Mizoram is making efforts to soon establish a State Human Rights Commission, which is the SHRC, Home Minister K. Sabdanga informed the Assembly. Pertaining to the matter, he said that a notification announcing the creation of various posts for the Human Rights Panel was issued on October 11, 2024. He said that a search committee was formed in November last year to recommend the chairperson and other members of the proposed panel. Securing an appropriate building for the new rights panel is in process, and efforts are also on to create a separate head of accounts to ensure that the Human Rights Commission functions properly, Sabdanga said. After years of delay, the Guwahati High Court's Aizawl bench on September 6 last year gave the Mizoram government a final 2-month deadline to set up a State Human Rights Commission and warned that contempt proceedings would be initiated if it fails to do so within the stipulated time. Subsequently, the state government announced the establishment of SHRC in October of that year. During a hearing on November 27 last year, government advocate Ait Lalmalswamy informed the division bench of Justice Nelson Silo and Justice Marley Van Kung that the state government has complied with the court's directive by forming the Human Rights Panel under the provisions of Section 21, Clause 4 and 1 of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, with its headquarters in Aizawl on October 11, 2024. She had told the court about the creation of 16 posts, including a chairperson and 2 members for the new establishment. Acknowledging the positive steps taken by the state government, the division bench directed it to take further steps to establish the Human Rights Panel by appointing suitable persons as its chairperson and members. Ukraine on Tuesday launched its biggest ever drone attack on Moscow, killing at least 2 workers at a meat warehouse, injuring 18 others, and causing a short shutdown at the Russian capital's 4 airports. Russian officials said a total of 337 drones were downed over Russia, including 91 over Moscow region and 126 over Kursk region, where Ukrainian forces have been pulling back, the defense ministry said. The dawn attack unfurled as U.S. officials were to meet a Ukrainian delegation in Saudi Arabia to seek an end of the 3-year war, and as Russian forces tried to encircle thousands of Ukrainian soldiers in the western Russian region of Kursk. Kyiv has suffered repeated mass strikes from Russia throughout the war and said it was targeted by a ballistic missile and 126 drones on Tuesday. It has tried to hit back against its vastly bigger neighbor with repeated drone raids on oil refineries, airfields, and even early warning radar stations. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram, and X for more information about the channel. And now, before we end, let's take a look at headlines once again. 3 arrested in rupees 4 crore fake ministerial post scam brought to Imphal from Delhi this morning. New Immigration and Foreigners Bill introduced in Parliament. If you want peace in Manipur, listen to its people, Gaurav Gogoi slams Prime Minister Modi. Finance Minister Sitharaman tables Manipur budget capped at rupees 35,104 crores expenditure. One-day skin health camp cum leprosy awareness program held today at Takyal Ideal Blind School. Manipur police rescue 2 minor girls, arrest militants for recruitment. Well, that was all news we have for today. Thank you for tuning in and watching ELITETV English News. This is Amrita signing off for tonight. Have a good night.